Hello everybody, welcome to the apocalypse. One of us will survive.
He didn't get me a mask, but luckily for me, we're prepared in other ways.
I have a way to address that. I'm just not gonna poop until this whole thing is over.
So today on Zero to Awesome, I think we're officially going to change our camper into a bug-out vehicle and get the heck out of town. So we need to finish it.
Because, wait, where are we gonna bug out to?
Just out.
Okay.
So today I think we're going to be working on the slide-out portion that's going to make our xterra at least triple in size, or just be a little bit bigger.
Or like 30% larger.
Yeah.
Really, like however much metal we have, I think. So we're gonna work on building the box that is gonna be the slide out. That is gonna be where the people sleep when they're bugging out.
Gotta measure the box.
The plan is steel frame, 1/2-inch box, square tube,
Yes.
insulation in between, wood on either side. Here comes a visual.
Oh look, it's steel. And then we wedged some foam in there. And then, oh look, it's steel and foam covered in wood. Something like that. But boxier.
I've always wanted to be a boxer. This is rather warm on my leg.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, now it's getting warm everywhere. Now it's warm on my hands.
That's why we had you pick it up.
Well,
Oh crap.
that didn't go to plan.
It's too big.
Huh.
That's what she said.
Huh.
Is he laughing at us? Are you laughing at us?
I'm confused because we measured many things.
Well, we measured the in between the wheel wells. We never measured the
Ah,
top.
We didn't measure the top, did we?
Hey, do you remember when we put the floor in and it didn't fit?
Yeah.
We're starting kind of a theme here.
Yeah. Huh.
Just a little trimming off the top. It'll fit. It'll be fine.
We measured many times.
Gotta measure the box. Gotta measure the box. Measure the box.
He's laughing at us.
You think this is funny? Do you think this is funny? It is kind of funny. Oh.
Okay, a little trimming. Let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so that fits much better. Next up, we need to start putting in the foam. We're gonna do foam on the sides, the floor. Not the back though, because the back's gonna be the kitchen that slides out of the slide out. And then we'll paint all those with some wood too, and then we'll start to figure out what our second slide out is. That's not that funny. We're gonna figure out what our second slide out is, how that works. Also, the sides, how we seal this off, and what's gonna support it, because I think we changed our mind on that.
So for the wood portion of this, what we have here is the frame we just made. And we have this really strangely shaped piece of wood. I don't know how this happened. But this is our 1/8 inch thick birch plywood or 3 millimeters, you know, whatever system of measurement you're using there. And what I could do is measure and cut the wood to size, but here's the thing, our frame probably isn't perfectly square, and no matter how many times I measure
the box.
I'm probably not going to cut the wood perfectly square. So what we're going to do to get this exactly flush is use a router. And so this on the end here is a flush cut bit. And what this does is the bearing rides along whatever you want to match. And then the bit is a little bit, the cutting part of the bit is a little bit higher. And so the bearing here is going to rest on the metal, and then the bit is going to cut the wood. And we're going to adjust it so it only cuts the wood and doesn't make a terrible screeching sound on the metal. And that will give us a perfectly flush piece of wood. There you go. Fits like a glove. And it's also really messy. So to attach the wood skin to our steel frame, we're going to be using construction adhesive again. And I think I might go ahead and, this is going to be the bottom, so I think I'm going to just sink some screws into it. That way I can keep working while the construction adhesive dries. On the sides where you can see it, maybe we'll clamp it. All depends how patient I am. We'll see. So now the foam is in. We had to sand it down just a little bit, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch, because it turns out 1/2 inch foam is for some reason not the same thickness as 1/2 inch steel, but whatever. We glued it down with some contact cement. We're gonna let this dry for a minute, and then we're gonna do a bunch more of the same. So this is the floor. We need to put a wood skin over this. These are the sides. These are gonna need the same treatment, wood on both sides, foam in the middle. This is the part that goes towards the cabin of the xterra, so we're not going to do anything here. That's just going to be open, which is why we didn't put a bar across the top. So the back here, this is where our second slide out is going to slide out of, and until the other day, Alan didn't even know what I was talking about when I said Russian nesting slide out. So yes, here's the slide out that slides out of the back of the xterra, but then within this slide out is another slide out that our kitchen is going to slide out of. Wow, that's amazing. So now we need to build that. All right, well that was probably a minute or two for you, but for me that was 2 or 3 days of cutting stuff, gluing it, clamping it, waiting for the glue to dry, but it all came out pretty nicely. If you notice, we were cutting everything a little bit big. We were doing rough cuts and then getting down with the router to, you know, the exact width that we needed, because I mean, even though it looks straight, it's not exactly straight because, you know, it's xterra, so whatever. But next what we're gonna do is we're going to make our slide out slide. So this is the bottom, of course, it's upside down right now. But I know before we had talked about roller bearings. I think we changed our approach, and what we're gonna use is this stuff over here. So this is UHMW, ultra high molecular weight plastic, which I think might just be a fancy term for nylon. It's basically just like some slippery plastic stuff, and it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. So we're gonna cut some strips of this and we're gonna put it on the bottom of our slide out, and then our slide out should slide. Wow, look, it fits now. And it even slides. We'll probably need to make like some alignment tabs or something to keep it straight, but it's a sliding thing. What are your impressions?
I love it.
She loves it. She doesn't love me, but she loves it. So next I'll probably take the slider things back off. I'll finish this in spar urethane just like we did the floor. If I'm ambitious, I may even do the roof, but that'll be off camera because no one likes watching urethane dry. That is boring. And I can't remember if we filmed a goodbye thing the other day, so, you know.
Hello, Internet. Good news. Steven is inside taking care of Baby Awesome, and I have been left alone in his garage again with all of his nice things. So let's, I don't know, let's see what we can get into. Remember when toilet paper was used for throwing in your friend's trees?
How wasteful.
Now that's like putting 100 grand in a tree. Like, how does this keep us from getting sick? Do we wrap it around our head for like a filtration thing? I think this is how it works. I don't like it. Oh, now fuck that tongue. Oh god. Oh, that just... How are we supposed to eat this?
I don't have toilet paper, but thankfully, my dog likes licking butts.
Okay.
We're gonna make sure that gets in.
No, we can't use any of this.